Hi guys, hi everyone. This is Cyril, aka C to the YRIR, and you're welcome to the Cloud Journey HQ. I know it's been a while. We've actually not really done much when it comes to um, cloud computing in this particular YouTube uh, video, but then I think it's high time we get started into some more industrial friendly applications of cloud computing, right? So I just thought of something recently and I decided to share with us. So what I just want to do is how we could containerize an application. Probably we have a web server and we want to containerize it so we can deploy our web based application into that particular container from the Docker image that which is already existing. So, without no further ado, I just want to show us something real quick we can do in 5 minutes just to understand how containerization really works. So, I'm actually not using something sophisticated at the moment, right? Because I'm currently using the Docker desktop. However, I would suggest we use our Linux machine and set it up for the Docker server, then use that going forward. But today, we could just start up with this simple one, which has to do with installing Docker desktop on your computer, then running the Docker command going forward. So the Docker command I mean is you could actually type maybe Docker and ps just to see any Docker images you must have run in the previous time. So this gives us, if you have any Docker image you've probably run, you could Docker containers you've run, you see anyone that is currently running, and you could even use Docker ps-a. I think this one shows even deleted instances so far. All right, so let me clear this so we could just have something more clean. So if you want to even check for images that you've probably run, you still Docker. I think everything just start with Docker the images just to show any image. The so we actually ran this some months ago. So it's showing that this was the image that was run, and this is what we have. Okay, so I just want to containerize an application and I want to customize it with, I want to customize the Docker image with my own name. I could probably push it up when I'm done, but for now, I'm trying to customize it with my own name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the Docker command, which is the Docker like this. Then I'm going to type in run. Then I put dash D, which is to run it on detached mode. So it's just run in the background. Then I can give it a name, call it an name, then give it cy NGINX. So I can give it the cy NGINX as a name, and going forward, I can also map it with a an IP. So I can decide to access this cy NGINX as, let's say, port 8080 on my host's machine. Then by default the container itself already has 80, right? So then the name of the image I'm running is NGINX. So NGINX, and voila. So this is just how you run this simple um, web server, customizing with your name on it. So when I press enter, for example, it shows that I already have something running. So if you want to confirm if you truly have something running, you could actually type docker and ps. So if you see this, you notice that we have this cbf3 and the rest is also the showing same thing here, which is cbf3 and the rest. Nginx, which is the name of the image. Docker entry point, which is the command and details. Then it was run 14 seconds ago. The uptime is 11 seconds, and the port is this. So how can we really access this stuff we just ran now? Because now it's still showing that we ran something, but we can't really know if truly we have this running. And mind you, this is a web server, and this is the name of the. So if you want to delete it, you can delete it by name, and also you can delete it by the container ID. So there's a command for deleting as well if you want to delete. Um, but let's see if we can access this particular if we can access this particular Docker container that is being run. So I think we could just go to our browser, then let's see. So I could just type local hosts. So I can type local host, then colon. I marked this to 80. So let me see. So colon 80, just to see what is going to be on my screen right now. Then I press enter. Now, if you look at this, it says, Welcome to NGINX. If you see this page, the NGINX web server is successfully installed and working. Further configuration is required. For online documentation, please refer to this. And for commercial support, you refer to this. Thank you for using NGINX. So what I just did currently is that I was able to just um, create a container with the image, an existing image, which is in Docker environment, which is Nginx, and I customized it with my name and also mapped the ports to use my local AT80 as my local host, mapping it from the original Docker image, which is 80, and that's what I just did. So you can actually deploy your own web server using this simple command going forward. I believe you enjoyed this. So in the next session, I will probably do some walkthrough of how we could deploy Docker containers, not just on the Docker desktop applications, but on a Linux VM. Then we could also run some basic command on how to probably delete and also how to investigate for errors, journal them, and see stuff like that. Yeah, so that's basically how to deploy a containerized web server using an existing Docker image, which is Nginx. I believe you learned something from this video, and see you in my next video, and bye for now.